Howdy, and welcome to the Texas Bucket List. My name is Shane McAuliffe, and since we've been doing this show for a decade now, there's one place we've never checked off the list: a zoo. So we headed to Lufkin, which isn't the biggest or the oldest zoo, but the animals there definitely seem comfortable with their surroundings, as does the zoo director. When it comes to the animals at the Ellen Trout Zoo in Lufkin, things can get pretty wild. And when a TV crew shows up to see what all the fuss is about, the peacocks are the first to make sure they get their 15 minutes of fame.
All right.
That ought to help.
Gordon Henley is the wild but not so crazy guy that leads the charge at the Ellen Trout Zoo.
Well, we have about 1,000 animals from all around the world, from tropical and warm temperate areas. We have a lot of birds, mammals, reptiles.
I don't think I've ever been anywhere where the peacocks are just roaming freely. It's pretty cool.
People like it.
Except that part.
They do like to talk.
In between the proud peacock calls, Gordon lets the cat out of the bag when it comes to why the zoo in Lufkin is so popular.
I think it's the variety that we have to offer. A lot of people are surprised when they see the quality of the zoo here and just enjoy it. Let us help them connect with the natural world. They fill up
Now, if we could just get the peacock to tone it down a bit. Who am I kidding? It's a peacock.
That is definitely the proudest peacock, I think.
Yes.
Here. Making sure he's
He
getting
sees the cameras.
Yeah, he's making sure he's getting his, like, on my profile.
Yeah.
All right, I need to go back to my dressing room. I'll be back.
Now, Gordon isn't the type of person to put a feather in his cap, but he should get the lion's share of the accolades for the success the Ellen Trout Zoo has had over the years.
How long have you been the director of the zoo?
46 years.
Wow, you've been working here longer than I've been alive. That's incredible. What's it like to have that kind of job security?
It's not like work. I like what I do, so I get paid to do what I like, and that's can't beat that.
47 years here at the zoo. I've been assuming you've seen a lot of change here.
A lot of changes, yeah.
What's it like to see this museum grow over here?
Well, it's exciting. It enables us to offer more to our guests and participate in more conservation programs. It's just, very nice to see it grow.
Well, obviously the city thinks you're doing a good job considering you've had this job for that long.
Yes, we get tremendous support from the city, and the community.
Surrounded by trees, the Ellen Trout Zoo is thanks to a local businessman who had a vision for this place back in the 1960s.
It was the concept of Walter Trout, who at the time was president of Lufkin Foundries and Machine Company, and he thought that Lufkin should have a zoo for kids so that they didn't have to go to Houston or Dallas to see the animals. During that process, one of his friends got a hippopotamus from the Dallas Zoo, and they brought it to Lufkin and gave it to him as a Christmas present in 1965.
I guess someone really did want a hippopotamus for Christmas. And this big guy even came with a Christmas card.
Merry Christmas, Walter. May all your troubles be big. That was the catalyst that really kicked it off.
I see him sitting over there.
Yeah.
There he is. He heard us.
Come on, do something. Swim for us.
Do they listen to you, Gordon?
No.
Today, you'll find a couple of hippos at the zoo.
One of the things about hippos that, in a way, they're like crocodiles because you can sit right there and you can't tell how big that animal is. All you see is that. And that's called an aquatic profile, and that's so they can see, smell, hear, and breathe without exposing the rest of their body.
Interesting.
It's a better method of actually being able to see the animals than on programs or in books. You can't appreciate the size of some things if you can't see it. And there's also smells and sounds and a lot of other subtle characters of these animals that you can see and appreciate.
Well, we're experiencing the sounds, that's for
Yes.
sure. I haven't smelled anything yet.
From big to small, Gordon knows every animal here, and they seem to know him too. Only Gordon could get a jaguar just enjoying his day to jump down and say hello.
These animals, the way they approach you and get by you, it's like they know you.
Well, they recognize the sounds and some voices of people that are around them all the time.
Now, when you called his name, he jumped off that pyramid and came down to see you.
He's heard me.
You ever going to retire?
One day, don't know when.
You having fun still?
Yes.
What's the most fun part about doing this job?
Working with people in the community. This community is really what drives the zoo. We're about a 35,000 population, and they all support the zoo.
Seeing school kids getting a first-hand look at these curious creatures is what means the most to Gordon, being in the middle of the piney woods. Many of these little ones won't get a chance to go to a big city zoo, so Gordon brings the world to them and helps create a memory that lasts a lifetime.
We're trying to offer them a connection to wildlife. They may not ever be a zoologist or may not ever work in a zoo, but they'll have an appreciation for the animals that inhabit this planet. And if we can do that, then we've done something.